All right. Stay there, Poggio. Stay. Good morning. So we're going to start with another class today. My name's Colleen Delfino, and this is Poggio. Can you sit? Sit. He's waiting for his bone. So I've decided to bribe him this time so he would stay out of the camera. We'll see how that works. Are you going to be my good boy? Yeah. Anyway, okay, so we're going to start. Today we're going to use props. So that means today we're going to use the roller, the balls, and Pilates ring. And we're going to get started right now. So you ready, Poge? Okay, here you go. So if you hear the noise of crunching, you'll understand that it is his bone. Okay, hopefully not me. All right, so we're going to start with the roller. I'm going to start by laying on the roller. So we're going to go like this. You're putting that roller right there at your tail. You're rolling on down, scooping the belly up and in. Now you want to be in neutral pelvic position. That means that your pelvis and your pubic bone are on the same frontal plane. All right, so they're flat. It's not curling up. It's not dropping down. It's just flat to be in neutral. You're pressing your feet into the mat, activating the glutes, and you're trying to get the rib cage to melt down. So you're actually activating the muscles underneath those ribs. They're called the intercostals. All right, so your arms are by your sides. We're going to start with what's called hug a tree. So arms are slightly rounded, and then we're going to inhale as you open and exhale as you close. So inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And you're trying to send that breath to your back rather than your belly. Just trying to connect with your stomach the whole time. Just during Pilates, nothing wrong with belly breathing, but with Pilates, you breathe into the back so that you can activate those postural muscles while you're doing the actual Pilates method, all right? Okay, now we're going to go into a slight different version. We're just going slightly rounded arms. The work is to try to keep those ribs down and your shoulders are stabilized. You're not moving them around like this, up and down. They stay exactly the same as your arms are moving up and down. So it's a lot of work to keep that scapula sliding down your back and stabilizing. And the importance of that, the reason you do that is because you don't want to be in your upper traps. When your shoulders are not stabilized, you're usually in your neck, and that's not good. All right, we're going to inhale the right arm up, exhale the left knee up into tabletop, inhale, tap, and exhale, send it out. Keep connecting with your abs, hollowing out your stomach. Let's just do one more. We're going to do the other side now. Inhale the left arm up, exhale the right knee up, inhale, tap, and exhale, send it out. Now you can also do these exercises on the roller with light weights, like maybe 1, 2, 3, the very most 5 pounds. It's kind of different when you're laying down and using them than if you're standing and doing weights. So start off really light, especially if you have shoulder issues, or don't use them at all. All right, now we're going to go into goalpost position. So you're going to try to have your arms as level as possible with your elbows as you bring your hands overhead and then draw your elbows to the sides of your body. Now it's okay to go up a little bit higher, especially if that's all you can do, it's fine. And of course, just a little reminder, if it hurts, don't do it. You're not supposed to work through the pain, okay? So just sort of monitor your own body and do what's best for you. So if it hurts, just stop and go on to the next exercise. This is kind of a moderate Pilates mat class with some props. All right, now I want you to bring your arms out into that goalpost position again, and I want you to draw your elbows and hands together like a bookend, and then open, and then close them together. We're just stretching out the back. All right, now we're going to go into a little bit more advanced roller work where your arms are again in hug a tree position, but we're going to add the legs. So you're going to inhale, exhale, bring your right knee up into tabletop. And you're probably gazing at something on the ceiling to help you focus. You're keeping your tailbone anchored. Abs are on, of course. And then you're going to drop your foot as the arms open. And you're alternating knees. All right. Inhales, you drop open. Scoop, exhale to bring it up. Inhale to open. Exhale to bring it up. So the more advanced you are, the more you drop your feet closer to the midline. Therefore, if you're just a beginner, you might want to just have your feet a lot further apart. It also is easier if you're on two hard surfaces, not a soft mat. So that jumps it up considerably if you have a soft roller and a soft mat. We'll do one more each side. And rest. Okay, now if you had some weights, you can also do this one. So your arms are straight up, and you're just going to go straight down. So imagine I'm holding on to some weights, and I'm just going to go straight down. Inhaling up, scooping, and straight down. But very important, if you have a shoulder injury or a neck injury, you may not want to use the weights. Now we're going to go down, and at the last moment, turn towards the mat, just rotating a little bit. So shoulders are still stabilized. You're just doing a little rotation. One more, and now we're going to change it. So at the last minute, you're going to turn them up. So you're just going to open, and then as they travel, they're facing. And then at the last moment, you're just turning it up. We'll do one more. Okay, now we're going to go out to the side, which is kind of hard with my screen right here. So imagine both arms being straight, and you're just circling with the weights. And reverse. And then you're going to draw the arms together to the sides of your body, then open and close. You can just go out to a V or a T if you're able to do it. Go all the way out to a T. It's a little more work, especially with weights. You can also use a 2-pound can of tomatoes or soup or something like that, which is a nice size. 2 pounds is a pretty good weight for doing this stuff. And last one. All right, very nice. Okay, now if you had a ring, you could grab that ring now. And you're going to bring the ring pretty close to the chest, right below the chin. Elbows are straight out to the side. Okay, make sure you're still in neutral pelvic position. Your feet are pressed into the mat. You're going to inhale. Exhale, I want you to squeeze the ring and just feel the work in the back and under your armpits, not in your neck. Okay, inhale, release. And again, you're squeezing the ring. You can feel your shoulder blades coming together a little bit, feel touching the roller. Inhale, release. And again, squeezing the ring. Now you can add the legs. Inhale, exhale, bring your right knee up into tabletop, squeeze and hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alternating knees for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And again for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now bring your ring halfway up. All right, slide your shoulders down, suck in your stomach, glutes are on. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right knee up. Again, squeeze, hold, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alternating knees for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to have our arms straight. Slide the shoulders down away from the ears. Okay. And your stomach's still flat. Glutes are on. Inhale. Exhale, bring your right knee back up. Squeeze, hold 6. Exhaling 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alternating knees for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And one more for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we'll put the ring to the side, and then we're going to just cut off the roller. And put the roller now at your sacrum. All right, so you're going to just roll it on up, and you're going to bring your legs up. So I realize you probably cannot see my feet. So they're flexed, dorsiflexed, so now you can see what that looks like hopefully in the camera. They're dorsiflexed, this is plantar flexed, but this is dorsiflexion or point. So flex and point, just so you know. Okay, so you're flexing your feet, and we're just switching. You're dropping one leg down at a time for the hamstring stretch. And you're breathing, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Try to keep the abs engaged, shoulders are down. Now we're going to point the foot. So we're pointing both feet. Kind of double pulsing, and then go back to flexing again. Now for some people, they can only go for a little far, just little tiny ones like this, that's okay. But if you can kind of go for that more of an extended drop, you're going to get a little more out of it, all right? And your back should be protected by having that roller there and supporting you. Okay, now we're going to have both legs straight up, and you're going to rotate. So imagine my femur being these leg bones here is rotating, and then you're going to rotate the other direction. So the toes tap, my feet are dorsiflexed, and you're rotating just from that hip joint. Now we're going to externally rotate and come out, pulse, pulse, and internally rotate and come in. So imagine that you're externally, and I know you probably can't see my feet, so my hands are kind of showing you what to do here. Whoa, and point, and press out, and back in. Go as wide as you can. Apparently I can't go as wide as I can because of the screen. All right, now I want you to go back to a little more of that hamstring stretching. So you're just pulsing. Grab one leg at a time, drop the other one down. I like to flex. I think it's a little better stretch for my calves. And then we're going to go into a psoas stretch. Okay, so you're going to bend the right knee and extend your left leg kind of long. So you should feel the stretch deep in the groin on the left side. All right, so you're just bringing that right knee in. You can do the alphabet with your feet, kind of spelling it out in cursive. Or you can flex and point your feet. Or circle at the ankles. Reverse. And windshield wiper. Kind of getting some movement with that ankle and calf while you're getting that great psoas stretch. I keep slipping off my roller here. Okay, so now we're going to drop the left foot down and slide it towards a roller for a quad stretch. So that means the top of the left leg now is going to be stretched. I need to bring my right knee in a little closer, tighten my glutes, scoop the belly, press the foot into the mat so you can feel that stretch on the top of your left leg. So apparently Poggio has finished his bone and he's now barking at the people walking by. So we're stuck here like all of you all, hopefully, at home during this time. Shelter in place. All right, we're going to change legs. So left knee's bent, right leg is straight. You're reaching long, going for the psoas on the other side. Scooping the belly up and in, reaching long. You can do the alphabet with your feet. And you can do windshield wiper. It's kind of moving around. Scooping the belly. I like to stay in this for like 30 seconds at least, maybe a minute or longer. It's up to you. We're going to drop that right foot down now, slide it towards the roller. Press your foot into the mat. You're pressing your foot into the mat, and you're activating the muscles on top of your right leg. Now those are your quads. Scooping like crazy, pressing in, going for that stretch. If you can't feel it, you bring your left knee closer to your chest and tighten your glutes and press that foot into the mat. Okay, so we're going to come off of there, and we're going to put the roller now at the upper back. So, put it right at about the bra line. All right, you're going to support your head, always. All right, you're going to support your head. You're going to inhale as you go over the roller as far as you comfortably can. And then you're going to exhale as you scoop and come on up. So you want to feel the weight of your head in your hands. If you don't feel the weight of your head in your hand, you're using your neck. And I don't want you to use your neck. I want you to use your abdominals to pull yourself up. And also you're using your arms a bit. You can feel the weight of your head and your arms are activated as well. So just your arms and your abs are working. Okay, now we're going to go into a side sit-up. All right, so in order to always protect your lower back, you want to bend your knees. Okay, that's super important. So when your knees are bent, your lumbar is nice and safe. And that's a big deal, especially if you have any lower back issues, all right? So this stuff's all good for lower back. Okay, so you're going to bring your elbow forward just a little bit, like a side view mirror. You're bringing it in, so it's not on the mat. Okay, your other hand can be on your shoulder or just straight. You're going to go over the roller, and the roller's right at the chest level. It's not at your armpit. It's not at your waist. It's in between, so you can go down as far as you can for that side sit-up. Let's do one more. Okay, now you're going to drop the elbow down. So now it's on the mat, all right? You're going to rotate, so elbows to elbows, and then you're going to rotate backwards. So we're rotating from the thoracic, which is your upper back, and your lower back is just stabilized. Super important to have the mobility to rotate from the top, keeping your lower back safe. That's why we're doing this one. Let's do one more. All right, let's do the other side. Okay, so remember, you're putting the roller at the chest level. It's not in your armpit. It's not at your waist. At the chest, you're supporting your head. Your elbows kind of forward, like a side view mirror you've brought in. Your other hand is on your shoulder as you inhale down. Exhale as you come up. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. I'm supporting my head. So my obliques are doing all the work here. We'll do one more. And then we're just going to drop the left elbow down. You're going to bring the right one towards it, and you're going to rotate. So my eyes are following my elbow. So my head is also rotating. And rest. All right, Next, we're going to use the balls. So these are called Franklin balls, but you can use any kind you want. You can use tennis balls, but they're kind of harsh to be doing on the back. They're pretty good for glutes though. So if you have tennis balls, that'll work. There's also called the Miracle balls. They're great. They're a little bit bigger than this, and they're not as expensive as these. These are Franklin balls, but they are great. They're made in Italy, and they last forever. They're fabulous. Okay, so you're going to put these balls at your glutes, in the medius part of your glutes, all right? You're sucking your tummy in still. All right, you're going to bring your knees to your chest, open and drop them down. So we're just stretching out the glutes. Keep breathing. This is also an inner thigh stretch. And of course, it's always an abdominal work if you're connecting with your abs. So again, you're not breathing into your belly for this. You're breathing into your back. Trying to send the breath to the back. Now reverse direction. You're trying to stay in neutral pelvic position still as well. You're going to go into bicycle. Flexing and pointing, scooping like crazy. And reverse. Okay, now we're going to go into just a side swaying. They call knee sways. You're going to inhale as you go over to the right. Exhale, scoop the belly to bring it back. So you can do this without the balls there. So you can do all this work without the props. It's just a little bit more of a stretch in the glutes. And then circle, feet together, knees together. And reverse. Okay, let's put the feet down. We lift up, take the balls away, and then you're going to cross your right ankle over your left knee, and you're going to bring your left knee towards you. So make sure your sacrum's still flat, and you're drawing that leg. You're not curling up like that. You're keeping it anchored so you can get to that deep piriformis. So this is really to help with people that have sciatica, which is apparently very painful. It's a large nerve that we have called the sciatic nerve, and it runs down your glutes, your rear end, down your leg, and is sometimes very compromised. So if you can stretch out your piriformis muscles, which is what we're doing right now, it helps a lot of people. But you want to make sure your tailbone is anchored so you're in that piriformis and you're not just stretching out the glutes. Okay, I like to circle and flex my feet. Scoop in the belly, ribs are down. And reverse. And try to stay in it for at least 30 seconds. A minute is better. Lots of times people wait, they don't have the patience to stay in it, so they don't really get the release that they would if they just would have waited a little bit more. Waited a little longer. Okay, we're going to change legs. So left ankle is now on that right knee. All right, so you're sucking your stomach in, your tailbone's anchored, and now you're bringing your right knee towards you, feeling this stretch deep in the left cheek. You can just hang out there and stay there. For some people, you might need to put a box underneath that right foot to support you, or you could do it up against a wall. But if you're okay with it, you can just do it like this. Little pulses towards your head. I like to dorsiflex my feet. It seems to turn it on an even deeper way that way for me. Everybody's different, but and then you can circle. So it's a very deep, deep stretch. And then reverse. All right, and rest. Okay, the last one we're going to do is with the ring again. You're going to put the ring on your right foot. You're going to drop your left leg down. We're going to bend and straighten the right leg. I like to flex both feet. So both legs are actually active. So you're reaching out of the heels. You're sucking your stomach in. Your ribs are down. Your neck is long. And then little pulses. You can put the ring at your ankle or calf and just draw it towards you. Shoulders are down still. Reaching out of the heels. Tight hamstrings often cause back issues. You can always bend the bottom, the other leg if you need to, but if you can, keep it straight. Okay, then we're going to flex and point the foot, which I think you probably can't see. I'll drop it down. So you're flexing and pointing like that, but I want you to bring it straight up to do it if you can. Just flexing and pointing, and then circling. Circling. But at 90 degrees if you can do it, and then reverse direction. And then we're going to place the ring on that same foot. Hold on to it now so it's on your right foot. Hold on to it with your left hand and cross over the midline. And you can do a counter stretch by turning your head in the opposite direction of your foot. So we're going for an IT band stretch here. So imagine you had a tuxedo stripe right there. That's where your IT band is, and it kind of crosses over your knee. For some people, it really tightens the knee and pulls it a bit. So this is important to stretch it out as well. And back to center. We're going to bend the left knee and open for an inner thigh stretch. It's called a Peter Pan stretch. So you're trying to anchor your tailbone, and you're still trying to be in neutral pelvic position. Right leg straight, left knee's bent. You can do little gentle pulses. Be gentle, especially if you haven't been exercising as much as you normally do, because we're all stuck in our houses. But hopefully this will help you. We're going to bring it back up. Now we're going to change legs. So extend that right leg. You're going to bend and straighten the left leg now. Your feet are both dorsiflexed again. You're reaching out of the heels. So both legs are active. Your shoulders are down. Your stomach's flat. Ribs are down. All right. And then little pulses towards your head. Lengthen the neck. And then we're going to flex and point the foot. So that'd be flexing and pointing, but you're doing it at 90 degrees. And circle. And reverse. We're going to place the ring on that same foot. All right, so try to keep your left hip on the mat as you cross over the midline. So you won't be able to go very far, but you should feel that stretch along the outside edge. Like I said, a tuxedo stripe right there, that's what you're stretching, your IT band. And then you can rotate your head the opposite direction, and your arm would be straight out. Then back to center. We're going to bend the right knee and then open for an inner thigh stretch. Can't go too far because of my screen. This is the Peter Pan stretch. Right knee's bent, left leg as straight as possible. Opening as wide as you can. And back to center. All right, So we're going to come on up, and so this was a companion video with the first one I did. The first one I didn't use any of the props, so this one has a lot of the same exercises, but it's really the rest of that mat class that I teach. I've been teaching at EQ Fitness in Princeton, and so this was designed for my students there. But we also have clients in our Pilates studio, and anybody can do these. Hopefully you have the props. If not, you can order them online, and I'm sure they'll get there as soon as possible. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you all are safe and sound and staying home.